Man, some days it's just beyond wackadoodle. I've shared this with you before because they've shown it to me this way as well, and this is what I felt and I've experienced, and I think what happens is then I try to make sense of it in my head and then work through it to untangle it and release it, where I'll come in contact with other people, and it's like once I get to know them at a certain level or this or that, or if it's romantic or even friendships, after some time, like, if it's, it's established or this kind of thing, I start to soak up their funky energy, whatever the fuck it is, right? But I don't recognize this, right? Like the way they've shown me too. It's like I don't. It's like it is the best example is the ones they've shown where they show me as like a sponge, where I just like sop it up. I like sop it up and soak it up. But it's not conscious. Like, it's not like I'm sitting there like how would you even do that, right? Like, you wouldn't even be able to consciously, take it on. And so, because it is like this invisible whatever. And so let's just use that like a spirit of or a demon of, right? Because it's easier for me to understand and visualize and understand what's happening that way, because that is what's happening. It's not who I am, but it's like I absorb that energy from them. And then I, again, don't necessarily recognize this, but then they'll show me later after I've transmuted it. And it's like, oh, that makes sense, right? Like they were, that person was really anxious, or that person was really depressed, or that person was whatever. And I end up soaking it up, but then I try to rationalize it. Well, like, oh yeah, I can see how I could have been anxious, or I've had that. Oh yeah, I have had that for a long time. Or it's like I try to justify it or excuse it or explain it or understand it, but then I try to unravel it, unwork it, undo it. And so it is kind of like beating the demon of, or breaking the spirit of whatever off of me. And so it's like good and bad, right? It's like, it's kind of like training, right? But it's also good because then we can relate, we can understand. And it's good because I'm strong enough and capable and able to do that, because I love myself enough to not stay in that feeling, right? In that environment. Yet it's also bad in that the way, I understand it. Like, if that is occurring, then what good is that serving anybody? Because it is that idea then that, like, let's just say you're my friend, right? And you are having really toxic habits, which really are not benefiting you, right? Like, you continue to do a behavior that really is not loving to you. It's really not, right? And let's just say it is depression, right? Like, that's really not loving you. That's not being honest with you. It's not loving you. It's not unraveling what the fuck is going on with you. Like, it's not understanding how that seeped in, where it seeped in, and where it continued to grow and build, right? It's not acknowledging that and recognize it and caring for that spot in you and telling it the truth and healing it with truth. And so say we're friends and that's the case and that's on you. And then I end up soaking it up. Right. And then it's like a transfer of energy, right? It's this idea of, all of a sudden you feel better around me, but you don't know what the fuck for, right? There's no rhyme or reason. We're having fun. We're friends, but like, there's no like, I can't pinpoint what it is. And then it's not serving you, because if you're not then maintaining that basically new energy I gave you, of lifting that off of you, and I leave, I transmute that energy, I rid it off of me. And sometimes that takes me a really long time, by the way. This is why it's like, it's really hard, because I can't always explain or understand what's happening. Because it's not like I see it in real time always. And in any case, but say that person then, whatever he's doing, she's doing to continue that thought process, that thought mentality of not loving oneself and allowing that depression to continue to reattach and seep in, but all the time, like that's who they are. And then they know to just come around me and it cleans it up. Then they're utilizing me. Do you see what I'm saying? Like how awful that is, like to utilize somebody in such a way. And then that's not kind to me. So it's like, I have to see that sooner and sooner and leave dynamics sooner and sooner, when it's like, they're not, it's like, I get that they want to be around me and I get that it feels better, but because it's like neither of us have seen the dynamic to verbalize what the fuck is going on. It's like somebody saying, I love being around you. And I'm like, yeah, but I can't stand being around you. Every time I leave, I have to like transmute all this stuff. But neither of us are able to verbalize or see that clearly, right? And so it's like when you start to recognize, or at least for me, when I recognize it more and more, and I start to use different language around them so that they can understand, like, they need to take control of their mind. They have to clean up their thoughts. They have to empower themselves. They have to figure out how to do this on their own. It's the idea of the imagery they've shared with me before, where it's like you're in a toxic pool and you get out and come over to me and I rinse you off. But if you keep going back in the toxic pool and I keep rinsing you off, I'm just enabling you and nothing's changing. And I'm getting tired of rinsing you off, and you don't realize I'm getting tired. You don't even care because it's working for you. But once I leave, you're like, well, what the fuck? Who's going to rinse me off? Right? It's like you have to empower yourself. You have to figure out how to rinse yourself off. It's better when people get in the toxic pool, they come over to me, I rinse them off, and they realize, oh, I can't go in the toxic pool again. And then I never see them again. I don't have to see them again. They can rinse off and they understand that what they were doing and they move along their merry way. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, I had heard a reader tell a storyline. I wish now I came on to tell you that and I went into my own story. Of course, she used a whole different line of verbiage. It was like, oh God. It was like something like you have the power to break off like demons or entities from generational lines, not just one person, but their entire bloodline. And so, like, again, like putting that more into terms and understanding and language that I can understand what she's saying. It's like the idea of I can open somebody's eyes so clearly to see what they're doing so that they can understand it, that they can then ripple that out for their family. They can then, it's almost like teach their family, right? Like they can go back and be like, holy shit, we have the wrong mentality. We have the wrong thought process. We're not seeing this correctly. We're living from lack mindset, or did you realize we were doing this forever? We're so much better than this, right? It's like, it's that idea to me makes more sense using that language. Although I love her language, right? Because it just sounds so much more, it sounds really cool. Like the idea that somebody has the power to break off a curse from an entire generational line. But that's essentially what every healer meaning therapist, vet, chiropractor, Reiki, like anybody who's doing something to help you feel better, to see what the problem is, to rid it from the root, right? Like it's the idea of recognizing what's really occurring. When you can open your eyes to that truth, you begin to heal, right? So it's like anybody who can open up your eyes to see clearly, once you see it, you're like, oh shit, which can be good and bad, right? Like some people love that and then they heal and feel better and move along. And again, like other people are like, I don't need to see that. I'm just going to keep coming here and getting rinsed off. This is when you have to realize you're enabling people. You're not helping them. They don't want to hear. Their ears are clogged and it's painful. It is painful for you too, right? Like to walk away. You don't want to walk away. You don't want to walk away, but you're actually no longer helping them. You're actually hurting them staying, right? It's because... Thanks so much for tuning in and listening. You can now purchase an audio journey with me using the link below.